Peace, y'all. Before we start this episode of Real Notes, I wanted to let you know that my first book ever, Real Notes Culture Writing on the Margins of Music and Movies, is out right the fuck now. That shit feels so crazy to say. About 2-ish years ago, my good homie Austin Williams approached me about writing a primer on the worlds of digital journalism, criticism, and how they interact for his journalism students, and naturally, I jumped at the opportunity. This book is part autobiography, part journalism textbook, and part essay collection spotlighting some of my earlier work, particularly from my old stomping grounds over at djbooth.net. This industry has always been unstable, but with layoffs and general consolidations happening at publications all over, this book feels more pertinent now than it did while I was writing it. And while it may be for students, anyone who's a fan of writing, music, film, and this podcast, of course, will appreciate it. The book is only available digitally through the Kindle app and through the Amazon link below. So go to Amazon, search for Real Notes Culture Writing on the Margins of Music and Movies, and just add that shit to your collection, man. No, you don't need to have a Kindle in order to read the book. Either download the Kindle app or you can access it through the Amazon one-click link. So many people have been asking me, like, you don't need to own a Kindle. I promise I wouldn't do that to y'all. Just, like, grab the book if you can, if you're able. Good looks if you can. I really appreciate your support and consideration. It means the world. Now let's get back to talking. What's good, y'all? My name is Dylan Green, and this is Real Notes, a space dedicated to blurring the cultural and artistic lines between rap and film. I'm here to chop it up with everyone from rappers and producers to journalists and video directors about their relationship to movies and how, if at all, film inspires their craft. My guest this week is Montreal rapper Chung. We spoke about Killers of the Flower Moon, Titanic, Netflix's Griselda, our respective favorite R&B and hip-hop albums growing up, the pros and cons of coming up in the Montreal hip-hop scene, working with producers Nicholas Craven and Cotola, and the creative process behind her 3 latest projects, 2022 See You When I See You, and both entries in she and Cotola's Chung Shui series. Come fuck with us. What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to Real Notes. I'm still getting used to recording shit again. Like, it's been almost 2 months. It's really easy. It's kind of crazy how easy it could be to forget the spiel that I do. But my name's Dylan Green, CineMasai. Got a lot of names. Do a lot of shit outside, inside, all sides. It's been excuse me. I'm sick. I'm like just getting over it. By the time y'all hear this, this will have been like a month ago. But this is a special and fun episode because this one's gone through some crazy woods to get over here, because we were supposed to record this a couple weeks ago. My guest got sick, and then I got sick from an antique store, and I'm just getting over it now. But we're here. We made the connection happen. We got Montreal's finest out here, a rapper extraordinaire. Chung Shui 2 is out now. We got Chung in the house. Chung is here.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for
What up?
Yo, thank you so much for being here. Like, I've been a fan for a minute. You've been killing shit. I'm just just thank you so much for taking the time to come and chop it up about bullshit.
Let's do it.
Yeah, you already know. I'll just ask you the first question I ask everybody who comes on here, which is what was the last movie or TV show you watched that you had a strong opinion about?
Movie or TV show? Shit. The last movie I watched was the movie about the one with Leonardo DiCaprio, Flowers of the Moon or
Killers
something.
Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yeah, that shit.
How'd you feel about it?
Man, well, fuck it. It was fucked up.
Yeah.
How'd I feel about it? Shit, I didn't feel no way about it. I was just like, damn, they like these white folks just come through and fuck up everybody's shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They go to some wild lengths. You know what I'm saying? To like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't have no wild like take on it. I was just like, damn, this shit is real deep.
Yeah, that was more or less where I was at with it too. Like, almost to the point where it's like, it's an interesting story. Obviously, just like watching like the Osage get the oil money
and
Right.
then these white people ingratiating themselves to the community, and they're starting to like divvy it up and starting to
Yeah.
be like, oh, you can't have control of your money if you got Osage in you. You got to have like some like white financial consultant or some bullshit. It's just like you said, just really crazy the way that like racism can like ingratiate itself into any community, and just like it's so insidious and so subtle, and like
Right.
before you even realize it, it's just like. But at the same time, I'm like, I hate to say it like this, but like, how many more of these do I need to watch? Like we know the story, we know, but like,
I didn't know that story. I'm tired
right?
of seeing the
Yeah,
slavery movies. I'm tired of seeing, the whips and chains and stuff. But
I feel you.
that was really educated to me. Like I
Yeah,
got educated.
yeah. No, I just always like. I have such a hard time explaining this sometimes, but like it's almost like it almost feels weird to compare the two, but it almost kind of reminded me of like how you see Oppenheimer,
No,
the Christopher. Okay,
not for
well,
that.
um, long story short, it's about the guy who like who basically created the atomic bomb, and the whole movie is just like him trying to like come to grips with like creating a thing that just killed so many Japanese people,
Mm-mm.
and like I feel like white guilt is like is like the wrong way to describe what that is, but I almost feel like that and Killers of the Flower Moon are like grappling with the same like Killers of the Flower Moon is like, hey man, white people are fucked up, and I'm like, I know white people are fucked up, but like you said, I didn't really know like the particular story, so
Right,
that was cool to like
right.
see it play out, but I guess to me that just wouldn't make it doesn't automatically make it like a super duper special movie. And like I love Scorsese, like he's great, but like I
Yes.
walked out of that and I was like, this was cool. Like I enjoyed it.
And he
I don't
loves
know
working.
that
He loves working with Robert De Niro.
he does. I mean like who wouldn't love working with Robert De Niro? Like
Yeah,
he's
he's a
he's he's
genius.
he's one of the greats, like I love De Niro. I actually just recommended somebody else run the King of Comedy because I was thinking about the King of Comedy. You ever see the King of Comedy before?
Like the old school, like the stand-up comedy, right? Yeah, for sure.
No, no, my fault. It was a movie that De Niro and Martin Scorsese made back in like maybe like the 70s or the
Okay,
80s.
no, definitely not.
It's tight. Yeah. No, I just realized that you might have thought I was talking about the Steve Harvey Bernie Mac, like, yeah,
Yeah,
that
that's the
King,
only one I
but
know, bro.
which is fire. Like I love I was just thinking about Bernie Mac not too long ago. He's the best.
Oh,
But
yes, he is top 5.
ever. Like ever. But I'm really but yeah, let's run it all the way back to you. I'm super interested because I know that I've read before that you're really, really into mob movies. But before we get to all of that, what's the first movie experience you can remember having? It could be at the theater, it could be at your cousin's house, like just the first thing that comes to mind for you.
The first one I can remember for real is Titanic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was mad young. I remember seeing that, watching the whole thing. I remember my eyes, like my mom covered my eyes with the sex scene in the car. I remember all that shit.
Yeah. Paint me like one of your French girls. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's funny as hell.
for sure.
Yeah.
But that's my first experience. Yeah,
Yeah. Were you at home? Did you see it like at the theater? Like what was
it
the
was at the
situation like?
theater. At the
Oh
theater.
wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn. Oh wow. So you remember how old you were? That's wild.
No, when did that come out? 96 or 97, or was it after?
Sometime around then.
It
Let me
was
see
late
actually.
90s, I think. Yeah.
Let me see. Yeah, 97.
See, yeah.
Yeah, no, I was 5. Yeah, I was like 5 when that came out. Something like that. But
I'm not sure on my age right now.
I feel you. No. I totally feel you. Um, but yeah, no, I can't remember the last time I seen Titanic, but I feel like everyone's seen or at least like heard of, or like it's just one of those that you don't even need to have seen it, but it's just like you just kind of like get it through osmosis.
Mhm.
It's just one of those.
Mhm. I
You
mean,
know.
It's a true story, right?
Yeah.
I fuck with those.
Let's run it all the way back to music with you. When did music become capital M music for you?
Um, a time when I was in the hospital, I was hospitalized when I was 10, 11, between that age.
What
And
happened?
I was diagnosed with leukemia,
Oh wow.
with ALL. So, I was in the ICU for a period, like 2 months straight. I remember that. And I had the CD player, Walkman, whatever. And I had a couple CDs. And I used to just play them like back to back. And that's how I grew a love for music. It was mostly R&B though, like Aaliyah,
Yeah.
stuff like that. I wasn't big on hip hop at the time because I was a little too young, but I was still hearing it because of my brothers, right? Like DMX and
Right.
that, DMX and Dead Prez and Mobb Deep, and I was hearing it, but I didn't really understand the music at the time, right?
Yeah.
So it was really R&B. That was my first love.
Do you have a favorite Aaliyah album?
Her last one,
Mm,
yeah, the last one with More Than a Woman on there and Care for You.
right.
Yeah.
Man, I haven't done um I haven't done like it's been so long since I've like sat with Aaliyah's music,
Mm-hmm.
but I just wrote this really long piece on Usher for Vulture that should be coming out sometime in the next like week or two.
Oh
Or
yeah.
I think yeah, no, I think by the time this episode drops it'll already be out, but like they had me rank all of his songs, like every Usher song ever, like from every album,
Mm-hmm.
every song where he's the lead artist.
Right.
And but just like listening to Usher again and going through every era of his music, it just made me think about like, because like I was also really big on R&B growing up. A. Marie is one of my favorite artists ever. I love her album. I love her album with Why Don't We Fall in Love on it. Like
Mhm.
I listen to that album every time it gets warm out. That's like my like spring is here
Yeah, I have a
album.
homegirl who's obsessed with her too.
she yeah, no,
Had like
she's
a little,
amazing.
oh, she came and went though. She wasn't around for too long. No, she had like what two hits.
Yeah, she had Why Don't We Fall in Love, One Thing,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
and
True,
I
true.
forget. I'm trying to remember, but either
Talking to
way,
me, talking, talking,
just
talking,
talking to me, right?
talking. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Right,
But yeah, other than that, yeah, no, she does she hosts like book clubs on Instagram now. Like I see her around like doing stuff that's like I think she still puts out music, but she's not like
but she's an
her.
author or something now.
Yeah, I think she wrote a children's book, and she's been going crazy for she's been doing a lot of pro-Palestine stuff and like having like pro-Palestine based book clubs. She's been doing like really cool shit, but she's like
Yeah,
not like
that's
she's
some shit
not
I want to
like
get into too.
same. Yeah,
Kids
nah.
books, writing kids books, kind of like a Dr. Seuss vibe, like a rhyme, one of those type of things. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Eventually.
Not to give too much of it up, but if you were to write a children's book, what do you like? Not necessarily what do you think it'd be about, but like how would you or yeah, I guess like what
I
would it
know
be about?
it would be a lot of black animation though, you know what I'm saying?
That's hard.
So a lot of like stuff for young black girls that look like me, kind of like
Mhm.
a confidence builder type thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Self-love, preaching self-love type things. Oh,
love that. Yeah.
yeah.
You can never go wrong with that type of shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but like as you grew up and started to, so I mean, like going back to you getting hospitalized and listening to a lot of R&B on your Walkman, like what was like I guess you since you mentioned Aaliyah, what was it about Aaliyah's music that really stuck out to you at that time? Like what like and you're like, did it help you through everything you were going through, or was it just something that was in the background for you, something for you to do while you were in the bed?
It was something for me to do for sure. It was a little bit of both. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to remember all the albums for real, but that's just one of them, right?
Right. Yeah,
But
yeah,
for
yeah.
her specifically, I mean, her tone, it was like, I like her voice. It's very common,
Yeah.
right? Not only Aaliyah, the production behind it, Timbaland, everything, you know, the whole deal. Like
Yeah.
it spoke to me. And like, I personally wish I could sing. If I could sing, I wouldn't be rapping for real. I wish.
Nah, I
Golly.
get that. No, I get that. But you have like you have like a singer's quality to your voice. Like there's like, like you work with melody, but you're not singing, but you're also not like it's weird because like there's always going to be some sort of relationship between like rapping and melody, right? Like it's all melody at the end of the day.
Right.
But like there's like
I can
you still have.
harmonize a little bit, hold a little, you know, little tune, but nothing crazy.
No, I feel you. So when did rap first come into your life for real? Like when did it go from just you hearing your brothers I'm hearing your brother's music to you taking like an active interest and being like, this is me, you know?
You're gonna laugh. My first album was Lil Bow Wow
Hey, mine too. Which one?
with
Which
the
Bow Wow
Beware,
album?
Beware of the Dog or some shit.
There you go. Yeah, that was mine too.
So, but I was mad young, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like a fan of him for a minute, and my brother was like, "Yo, stop listening to this guy. Listen to this guy," which was Joel Santana from Major
Mm.
League. So from that, I went from Bow Wow to Jewels. I was a Dipset fan.
Yeah.
From I was listening to Jewels, I started listening to Cameron. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't really too big on Jimmy, but you know, later on in life, I start bumping that. What's that Jim Jones writer's music?
Yeah. I'm trying
At
to
the
remember
first
which
year?
one. Yeah, that yeah, no, because
I think
I could
Summer with Miami's on that probably.
I think you're
Summer
right.
in Miami. Summer with Miami. Summer in Miami.
See,
Mhm.
I'm also a little iffy on early Jim Jones shit because I was also like I heard Cam and I heard Jewels. I remember when I heard the Whistle song for the first time. That was the first Jewels song I'd ever heard.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I think I might have heard it on like BET or some shit.
Yeah,
And
one of the
right. Yeah, no, it was definitely 106. But like I was the first Jim Jones song I ever heard was probably We Fly High because just high school shit. It was on the radio.
Mhm.
Like I was way more familiar with Cameron at the time,
Right.
but that's when I realized that, like, oh, these guys are all a set, and I realized like they were a part of Dipset, and of course like
Mhm.
that
You
was it. It kind of
put it
blew the
together.
door open. Yeah, exactly. But that's funny because yeah, nah, Beware a Dog was the first rap album I ever owned. Like I got it when I was like 9. I tell that story all the time. It's
Mm.
it's like there like I forget what video it was, but Bow Wow's in like a Denver Nuggets jersey with a matching headband and I think like a Mickey Mouse chain or some shit. And like I wish I could remember what video it was, but like I saw that. And at that point in my life, that was like the hardest motherfucker I'd ever seen in my life. And I was like, that's me. I want to be that, like and that was like the gateway. That was the gateway into everything else. So that album holds a really special spot in my heart too. So I feel you.
Sure. That's what's up, yo. And you,
Yeah, nah.
what about you? Like, what album left the impact on you? What's the first album you heard that left the impact on you?
That's a good question. So
Besides
the
Bow Wow.
shit, let me think about that. So I want to say, hmm, there's a handful. That like that was like that was one where like I went from I could probably say that the Bow Wow album is the one where I became that's where I was like, oh, like I'm into rap music. Like that was like my this is what I want to hear. But I
Mhm.
think the one that really hit me on like that on that like emotional or artistic level I'm either I'm gonna go a little basic. It's either gonna be Kanye's College Dropout.
You look like a Kanye fan.
Yeah, I was at one point. I mean, I don't really know. I don't really know about it anymore. You know, it's been a I'm not one of those. Trust me. But you know, it's yeah. See, so I would say it would either be Kanye's College Dropout. I really love 50 Cent's Get Rich or Die Trying.
Right. That's another
21, yeah, no, 20. Like I heard 21 Questions in a chicken spot like 2 weeks ago. Like I just walked in and like the woman behind the counter was like singing it. And it just like, it's amazing to me. Like that, I think that album turns 20. It either turned 20 last year or it turns 20 this year. And it's amazing just like how timeless.
Super timeless.
Like so timeless.
No
you know, like
for real.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like it's just that was just such a beautiful time to me. But damn, I like you really got me thinking now because nobody ever asked me this question. It's always so tough because when you're not talking to people, you've got like 80,000 examples, and then damn, I really want to say something. I really want to say something better than College Dropout.
I'm kind of embarrassed saying that Bow Wow was my first album. Like, I'm like, I don't think I should have shared that.
No, it's all
he was good though. He was good for his age. You know what I'm saying? He was good.
Yeah, no, he was cool.
The new Bow Wow's weird, but like, you know.
Yeah, you know, he's a little weird, but you know, he was making good music at the time. He had Snoop and Jermaine Dupri all over his records. You know, I was feeling it. Oh, I got one. Jeezy's Thug Motivation 101. That was a really impactful album for me.
Okay, I never got into the Jeezy run. I was more of a Gucci Man fan.
I feel you. I mean, yeah, nah. Like Gucci was great too. I didn't do the deep dive on Gucci until I got to college, but I remember. I can't remember if this happened before or after I started listening, but like you remember the Snowman T-shirts and like how everybody would just be like, oh, like I had a bunch of kids. Like there was like at least 1 or 2 kids who went to my middle school. One kid showed up in a Snowman T-shirt and got suspended.
Yeah, we couldn't wear them shits. We couldn't wear Stop Snitching.
Right.
Whole bunch of shit.
Yeah. That was a time, man. Like I remember all of that happening around the time Thug Motivation 101 came out, and then once again with the videos, me and my sister used to watch. BET had this segment. It wasn't 106 in Park. It was literally just nothing but like videos on loop for like 2 hours. It was a BET Now, I think it was called.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
And like the Soul Survivor video came on there, and like it would come on like every day, and like my sister and I would like record the episodes, so we would just like watch our favorite videos over and over again. And like then like Soul Survivor was just one that stuck to us. Like she and I would just be singing Akon's hook back and forth to each other.
Yeah. I remember the melody now. I was trying to remember how that went.
Yeah, if you're looking for me, y'all be on the block. Yeah, just oh god, what a time.
When I came on in the parties, the jams.
Yeah.
I got the place shaking for sure.
Nah, you already. Cause I went back and re-listened to The Recession recently too. And like to me, The Recession's like it's as good, if not maybe a tiny bit better than Thug Motivation. Like Jeezy was really on some shit. Like like those first couple albums, he was like, that was around the time that I was like really into like Jeezy and like T.I. I had a really big Southern rap phase coming up. Like it was like all Jeezy and T.I. shit. I was big into crunk. I was big into like Soulja Boy for a time, and then like I found MF Doom, and all I wanted to hear was like New York shit. I
New York first, and then the Southern shit. Even though like my brother, actually one of them was into what's Juvie and them's is it Cash Money?
Oh yeah, Cash Money. Yeah. Out of New Orleans.
And BG, yeah, that's Cash Money, right?
Yeah.
He's into that and whatever, but it was mostly East Coast rap, no West Coast ever. Like I don't know why. People are like, well, you don't fuck with Ice Cube. It's not like I don't fuck with Ice Cube, and all of them. It's just like it wasn't a I don't know. They didn't really tap into the West Coast music, so I'm not too hip with the NWA and all that. Tupac, yes, but
yeah, but Yeah, of course, he's an icon, but that's just like GP.
Even though he's from the East Coast.
Even though he is from the East Coast. Yeah, nah, was he born in New York? I don't remember where he was born.
I think it was New York, or I think it was New York, and he was in Boston or some shit.
Yeah, yeah, I know he spent time in he was in Baltimore for a while too. I remember
Yeah,
that.
Baltimore. I start with one of them. Let's start with a B.
Right. Nah. Excuse me. But yeah, nah. I loved West Coast music growing up. I like it was never like my specialty, but like I heard this is so crazy. I'm just remembering this now that we're talking about it. I heard one of Ice Cube's like late albums in like the in like the early it might have been like man, what the fuck was that album called? But it had this song on it called Why We Thugs, and the hook went something like they give us guns and drugs and they wonder why in the fuck we thugs. Like I know I had heard other stuff before that, but that was the first Ice Cube album I ever listened to in full. And I thought it was cool, but then I went back and listened to like all the old NWA stuff, and I found like Death Certificate, and why am I forgetting the album with him on the cover and he's in the Scully and he's got the Jerry curl? I'm so upset at myself. I should know this shit. I'm so mad. Hang on. I nah. It's not that big of a deal. I'm just beating myself up. I'm just mad that I can't. Not the Predator. It was the other one. America's Most Wanted. That was it. It was right. America's Most Wanted. Kill It Will. America's Most Wanted. Yeah, that was it. I heard America's Most Wanted, and I was like, oh, I get it. Like it all just clicked for me when I heard America's Most Wanted. I was like, this is why everybody loves this guy.
He's like a little preacher on the low. Like that little hook you just told me why we does. What'd he say?
They give us guns and drugs and they wonder why in the fuck we thugs.
You see, like shit like that.
Yeah. Yeah, he was always on that type of time, which I realized like when I went back and re-listened to a lot of his older stuff, and like Death Certificate in particular was something that really like that's a crazy album. It's very much a product of its time in a lot of ways, but really like
I'm gonna do my homework. Homework. Gotta take in some Ice Cube albums for real.
Yeah, nah, he's also kind of a weirdo right now, but like he's got classics.
Everybody's a weirdo in their own way.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. So okay, so for you, so like you have all these influences swirling around you. You eventually get out of the hospital, and obviously you're sitting here now. When did you decide you wanted to start making music? When did you know it was going to become more than just a hobby for you?
Like honestly, I started writing when I was like 16, 17.
Yeah.
I recorded my first song when I was 19, right? But I was just dibble dabbling with it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wasn't really taking it serious. I was just rapping whenever, like twice a year, probably. Like, you know what I'm saying? Really took it serious 2019. That's when I was like, okay, I'm doing this for real. Like, seeing the rap scene in the city, and I was just like, this is terrible. I'm coming back. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, no, that was going to be my next question. I was going to ask what the scene in Montreal was like at the time, and like, yeah, tell me a little bit about that.
At what time?
I'm like around 19.
2019.
Or no, like when you were 19.
Oh, when I was 19?
Yeah, no, because you said you recorded your first song.
Yeah, right. What was it like? It was that time it was good.
Mm-hmm.
That was like, there's a lot of guys that was doing their thing. To name a few, Eye Blast. He was like, he rolls with OVO and them now. He's like, fucks with Drake and them and whatever. Novocaine, like there's a lot of hip hop shows, a lot of mixtapes. A lot of these niggas was doing mixtapes, printing hard copies, selling mixtapes live, like, you know, shit like that. It was really busy. You know what I'm saying? It was a good time. But, you know, the city kind of cut that out, I think in 2000. Yeah, kind of like when I was like 21, it started dying down. They start getting rid of the hip hop shows and shit.
Right.
Everyone start kind of backing off of the music, and then the younger generation start coming through now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't like, even though I'm new, I don't think I'm not new for real, you know? So like, I'm kind of like one of the OGs a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
you know? But yeah, the scene was popping when I was 19. Even more so now, like, you know, right now it's
Yeah.
going, everybody and their mama's trying to rap. There's a few good artists out here, but there's a lot of shitty artists too, obviously.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, of course.
that's like everywhere, right? Kind of.
Right. Yeah, no, everywhere's got shitty artists.
Yeah.
But you know, like y'all, but yeah, you're right. Like y'all got a lot of really fire talent coming out of there right now. Like you and Mike Schaub, and of course like Nicholas Craven. Like y'all are
That's inside, yeah, for sure.
yeah, no, like y'all are all killing it right now. And it's really dope to see, you know, like, because I feel like you know, like I feel like we're at a, I mean, like, for you, when did you when you first started making music and started putting shit out, like when did you first release a song and think to yourself like, oh man, like I can like actually do this, this isn't just like fun, like I could really like make a go of this and like make it like my career, if you want to put it that way?
Um, when I got back into it, I was rapping over Craven's beats, right?
Yeah.
I recorded 2 joints, and the third one I recorded Sob Stories.
Uh-huh.
That was the one I was like, yeah, this could be a hit. Like, it's fucking fire, right? And then my
Yeah.
mom played it. My mom played it for my family. I think it was Thanksgiving. My grandma was there, my aunt, like everybody was there, right? She loves it. I think it's royal. I don't know the sample. Okay, I can't be sample snitching. But like, you know what I'm
Yeah, no,
saying?
he'll kill you for that.
Right. It's dope. But even though um on YouTube it kind of shows it. They
Yeah.
tell it shows the sample already, so whatever. But she played it for them, and she was just going crazy. They was bumping to it. They liked it, cursing like a motherfucker in the fucking song. I'm like, you
Uh-huh.
fucking clown. My grandma's like, hey. Yeah. And my mom just there like, yo, shit's fire, you know?
That's so real. I love
I'm
that.
like, so I'm like, look at that. Everybody's bumping to it. I'm like, look at that, you know? Felt good. You know what I'm saying?
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
See, nah, like that's different, because like if you like just I can't even imagine like taking a song like that and playing it at like Thanksgiving dinner and just like see like that really does sound like something out of a movie, honestly.
Right.
Like that's so
I
funny.
wouldn't have played it because of the person, right?
Right.
But
Yeah.
my mom's like, fuck that. Shit's who cares?
Hey,
So if she's
nah.
cool with it, if she's cool with it, I'm like, all right, you know, but let
Yeah,
it rock.
nah. Mom's approval means everything. I feel you. Like that's special. I like that a lot. That's so what did your, so, okay, before we move on, I gotta know, what did your grandma say after the song was done? Like after the cursing, did she like the song or not?
She didn't understand most of what I was saying.
Yeah.
She heard the curse words and whatever. So she was just like, you know, you can't sing or something, like you can't sing like a love song or something. Like, but she doesn't understand hip hop, you know.
I get it.
My
I
mom
get it.
does more, so.
No, I totally understand. That's so was your mom listening to rap around the house, or was that just like she just kind of understands it and just wanted to play your song?
No, she doesn't listen to rap like that. She like her favorite rappers though. If like her favorite rappers though, because she hears it because of us, right? She hears the music, whatever.
Yeah,
It's Twista and Busta Rhymes. She likes the fast spitting. She
that's
likes
fire.
yeah, she likes fast rap and shit. So that and like obviously because she was young in the 80s, obviously she knows the message, she knows the lyrics to the message,
Right.
shit like that. So but
That's
besides that, she's not too hip to it.
that's funny to me that like even though like she's not super into it like that, but like she's listening to like the intense shit. Like she's
Right.
like just like like I'm thinking like you mentioned Twista, and the first thing that came to mind for me was Overnight Celebrity, the song he and Kanye made, and just like that song is so intense. Like his whole style is
like that beat's probably like in my top 10 or 15.
It's incredible.
The sick ass beat, real.
Ugh. The first time I ever went to Chicago in 2022, I played that song as I was landing on the plane.
Yo, my fault. Sorry to interrupt, but I just wanted to shout out the all-new Real Notes Patreon page real quick. If you're looking for ways to connect and directly support the podcast, the Real Notes Patreon is the best way to do so. For as little as $5 a month, you can gain early day-before access to every forthcoming episode of Real Notes, as well as an invite to the Real Notes Discord server, where you can talk to others about the latest and greatest in movies and music, come through for some listening sessions, and talk about whatever else is on your mind. I know I'm going to be talking a bunch. If you feel like coming up off a little bit more, you could get cool exclusive content, like audio from Real Notes Live and Real Talk interviews. Those will be exclusive to patrons and ticket holders moving forward. Access to retro versions of my 60-second Minute Maid movie reviews, and even a monthly writing and podcasting workshop hosted by me. Regular episodes will still be available on a weekly basis anywhere you get your podcasts, but if you want the extras, you gotta come out them pockets a bit. Check us out at patreon.com/realnotes. That's REELNOTES. I appreciate your consideration and support more than you know. Now let's get back to talking.
Like I'm I had a whole like playlist of stuff of like Chicago artists that I had loved, and I had never been to the city before. So I was like, I gotta listen to like this Lupe Fiasco song, this G Herbo song, this like Crucial Conflict song. Like I like made a playlist like, okay, like this is all like the stuff that like kind of gave me like the impression of what Chicago is, and Overnight Celebrity was one of them. It had to be.
I like Chicago.
Chicago's beautiful.
Is it as wild as they say it is?
Like it's pretty wild, but it's not as wild as you might expect. Maybe one of the best food cities I've ever been to. All the food I had there was popping, all of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, they're they're big on they're big on like Polish hot dogs. So like they have these like crazy like street hot dogs that have like peppers and shit all over them and like onions. Like they be cooking out there. Their food's really, really good. I love it.
I've heard like Chicago and New York has this thing where they fight over who has the best pizza or some shit.
Ah, yeah. See, I'm from Jersey. I'm from right outside New York. We got the best pizza. Like Chicago got good pizza. We got the best pizza. Okay. And to me, and it's a thing with the water, because like the way bread is made out there, like there's like something special about the water that makes the bread better. I wish I could like say what it was, but it's like something about the water they use to make bread for everything. So like not even just pizza, but like bagels and just like whatever. Like we got it like that out there, and I'm willing to sit. Anybody listening, like you're not topping New York or New Jersey bagels and pizza. We got that shit on lock forever. But Chicago pizza is really good. One thing I did learn while I was out there, apparently deep dish is like tourist pizza. Like everybody knows Chicago for deep dish, but no locals eat deep dish on the regular. Like it's like a tourism board.
Okay,
I don't know.
It's like a tourist thing. Okay.
Yeah, it's weird, but yeah, like people tell me like, oh yeah, we don't eat that shit. Really, like people like it, but it's not like people aren't eating that every day. But it's just like they only eat it when like people come to town.
Right, right.
You know, it's interesting because like, you know, obviously not being from Chicago, my first impression is like, oh, y'all got deep dish. I got to try deep dish, and they're like, like we can have it if you want. But
It's kind of like Montreal with the smoked meat. Like we're known for having smoked meat sandwiches and shit like that. We're supposedly, you know, big on that out here.
But y'all don't be eating that shit.
Besides poutine and all that, whatever. You know what poutine is, right?
Oh, of course I do. Yeah.
Where are you from?
I'm from Jersey.
Okay, Jersey. Okay. You just said that shit.
No, you're good.
So all right. So like shit like that, but we don't eat that every day. Like I understand.
Right. Yeah, no. Like in Jersey, we have this particular type of ham called Taylor ham. Well, okay. So in North Jersey we call it Taylor ham. In South Jersey they call it pork roll. It's a whole like it's like an interstate thing. Everyone argues about it. I call it Taylor ham. I've always called it Taylor ham. But it's like it's kind of like fried bologna. I don't eat it all the time, but like Jersey's known for Taylor ham or pork roll, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Like Jersey's known for that. I had it for the first time in like a year, maybe a week and a half ago. I went to a bagel. I was like, I want like a Taylor ham. I got like a Taylor ham, egg and cheese on like an egg bagel. What happened?
Stop eating pork, Dylan.
Oh man,
Let me decline this call.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
You good. I'm just playing with you. It's all good.
No. I feel you. I've had the conversation before.
But, you know.
I get it. You're not the first person to press me over eating pork. But I love Taylor ham. It's but yeah, like I get the, and it's funny. I had even forgotten about poutine. But yeah, that's so y'all don't be eating it like that out there.
No.
Okay, that's funny.
Well, not me. I'm Jamaican, so
I feel you.
I don't eat the fuckery all the time.
I feel you.
Oh my God, who's calling me like this? I'm so sorry.
So sorry. No, you're good. You're good. No. Don't trip. You're good.
I put my phone on airplane mode or something.
I was gonna say if you put it on airplane mode, you might lose all or no.
No. Yeah. No. Okay. It's true.
You could put it on D&D if you want, but either way,
I don't know how to work the phone like that. I don't know. It's all good.
No. I feel you. It's not like I'm all good, but oh yeah, before I forget, I wanted to go back to you and Craven's relationship. How did the two of y'all first link, and two-part question. How did y'all first link, and what's your favorite part about working with him, and what was it about his beats that kind of drew you in?
Okay. Well, I think it was Twitter. We met through Twitter. Had no clue who he was, but I kind of thought he was somebody that I know. Right?
Yeah.
So I'm listening to the beats and I'm thinking this person is a Black person, right?
See?
So I'm like, you know what? How much for your beats, whatever. We discussed some shit, worked some shit out. And he's just like, yeah, I just want to work with you. Come through. So I'm like, okay. So I came through, met him. Seen it was a white dude. I was like, what the fuck? Oh, this person really wants to talk to me. My phone. This person won't stop calling, yo. This shit's crazy. So, what was I saying? Yeah, so went through, picked the beats that I like, recorded one joint. Yeah. That was in late 2019, I think. So that's how we met. Met through Twitter, linked up. What's the other question now?
What was it about Craven's beats that really drew you in, and what's your favorite part of working with him?
It reminded me of like Ghostface rapping over like, you remember the Wise?
Oh yeah, of course.
You know, and like I Can't Go to Sleep and all that shit. Like it reminded me of like RZA's production. Like at one point in my teenage years, I was like, you know, I was listening to that. You know what I'm saying?
Right, of course, yeah.
I was late to the party, but you know, I
Better
was
late than never.
yeah. So like, you know, it reminded me of that. So I'm like, because it was the trap shit. It was that trap bubblegum type hip hop that was you know, kind of happening at the time for a long
Right.
period of time, for a minute, right? And I didn't know about Rock Marcy. I didn't know about Griselda yet. So, you know what I'm saying? Listening to his beats, I was like, I want to record on this type of production. And then after that, he starts showing me the Conways and all that and whatever.
Mm.
So I understand they've been doing it for a minute, but I didn't really know about them until late, no, so like probably 10 years to 9 years down the line when they came out, like 2010, 2011.
They popped in 2015 because that was around the time when Fly God and Reject 2 and then and I think Tana Talk might have been like Tana Talk 3 might have been 2016. So like they've been around I think since like the late 2000s, but they didn't start really growing until like 2015. I came on around the time Fly God came out.
Okay.
But so I don't think you were as late as you think you were. You were I mean either way, you know, like you just kind of come to shit when you come to it. And that's really, you know, all that matters is that you found it.
Right.
You know. And that's ill though. Like that's ill that like you kind of, you know, and like it's like I'm happy you kind of brought all of them up because your raps, you know, like your raps are so imagistic to me in a way that goes beyond just like describing things or like telling a story. You know, like you really, you know, like I feel like in the moment, in the action, like you're really like bringing me into a world with
That's how
like
you feel. That's how it make you feel.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, nah, like it's like it, you know, like you know, like it really does. It really does feel like walking like how do I even want to put this? It like your shit feels like hard concrete music to me. Like I can like feel it and smell it and touch it. You know, like there's like, and you see like that's yeah, nah, like that's why, you know, like that's why I wanted to bring you on. That's why I wanted to bring you on here, like with the specific thing about music and movies, because like your shit is so like evocative and like I can feel it and like live it, you know. And I was gonna ask you if like you took that like from film at all, or if that's just like a thing that you like how
it's just a thing I
yeah,
possess, I guess. Yeah. I'm not really influenced like that.
felt.
I've been outside.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah, of course.
So, you know, I got shit to talk about. You know, I like popping my shit a lot. Like
Mm-hmm.
fly talk and whatever. It's my vibe, you know.
Yeah,
But
nah.
but that's the first time I'm hearing this, you know, this description you're giving me. You know, that's deep, and you know, it means a lot.
Nah, I appreciate that. It's, you know, like it's just like I said, like particularly when I was running through excuse me, particularly when I was running through Chung Sui 2 again, like just like, you know, like hearing like the two songs that really get me the most are All That and Set the Tone. Like them
Right?
two, yeah,
Okay.
no, yeah, no, like them two really like it's like it really does feel like dark alleyway music almost to me, you know. Like it's just tough. I don't know. Like it's
Respect. Shout out to Cotola.
yeah, no, yeah. Shout out to Cotola for real. And I'm happy you brought Cotola up because you know, like y'all put out the first installment, you know, like some years ago. And once again, like talk to me about putting that together and like how you and Cotola first linked up and kind of like what they brought to what you had going on.
Cotola. How do we link up? Um, most of these people I work with, I met through social media.
Mm-hmm.
So Cotola now, it was Instagram, but it was through a home girl, a old girl, you know, some old shorty I used to be friends with.
Yeah.
So basically, I met up with him, went to his house, kind of picked beats, kind of like the same story with Craven. Picked beats, recorded a joint, recorded 2 joints, and COVID happened.
Yeah.
Pandemic happened. So nobody was allowed to go out, go anywhere. Everything was closed, all that shit. So kind of fell off. And I think it was 2021? Yeah, early 2021. My homegirl, it was still COVID times, but like it was kind of like decreasing a little bit, like the strictness, was kind of, they're easing up off the strict vibe, whatever. My homegirl
Right.
was murdered in March 2021, right?
Condolences. Sorry to hear that.
So, thank you. So basically, I think it was April. Like I needed some time. Around April, he was like, "Yo, I know you're going through, a loss right now. You're dealing with a loss right now, and I think you should like get back into the music, and kind of like take your mind off of it and like put that into the music type thing." So I was like, you know what, you're right. Let's get back into it. But before that, we shot High Waves, the video for High Waves. That's one of the songs that I recorded before the pandemic happened with him, right? So we shot that, and then after we start making more songs. So like we already kind of like we was working backwards. Now we work better. Like we stack up, record. It's a 6-month process, we plan better, shit like that. But the first EP was like all over the place, but it came together pretty good.
Yeah, nah. I really like let the first Chung Shui was the first full project of yours I'd ever heard.
Right.
And you're like, I noticed that too. I really enjoyed it. And then you kind of, or not kind of, like y'all make this y'all make the second edition, which dropped back this past June. And
Right.
like this project does feel like, like it feels like y'all got your rhythm a little more. Like it's a little bolder. There's like you're experimenting a little bit more. Like the beats are kind of more minimal, like Set the Tone and Never Cared at All. They're like a little like quieter and less, like they're like less busy
Right.
than like some of your older stuff. Like you're you're busting out the patois and the drum sound.
Right.
Like and you're like working with melody, like I said before. So like you're really, like y'all took the first one to get comfortable and are now like really like how the other one moves.
Yeah.
It feels
I
like
wanted
to
this
me.
to be like my artist album. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I didn't just want to like rhyme words and just, just bars and whatever. Like I wanted to make music. And I feel like we achieved that for sure.
Yeah, nah, it's like it's like more full bodied. Like, like I said, there's just like so many different little elements about that project that make it so special to me and make it like a world that you want to inhabit. Just like from, like I said, just like the experimentation, like with your vocals and with the beats and with the features. Like my man Passport Rav is on there. Shout out to Rav. He's fucking great.
I know.
Yeah, nah. It's like I guess like the question I had written down here was, did you go into the second volume wanting to shake things up a bit? But you're saying now that like you wanted to make this like, like you're like a statement piece for you.
Right. Yeah, because I'm not sure when I'm gonna, put out another album. So I'm just gonna,
Right.
try to make a statement, whatever. Tell the people to hold that until further notice.
Well, do you approach all your projects that way? Just like in the sense that like when you think about it, when you put it that way, like every project, every song, every video, like not to be morbid, but like everything you like the next thing you drop could be the last thing you drop for whatever reason. Like you could lose inspiration, you could be gone.
Right.
Like you've lost people, I've lost people. Like we know how quickly this can just stop.
Right.
So like do you do you approach all your music that way? Like, is that something that's always in the back of your head, or
Yeah,
was that just something? Okay.
definitely. Yeah, definitely. Like I love making music. I love rapping,
Hmm.
but it's also it also takes a lot out of me too,
Yeah.
you know? And to stay inspired, it's like, especially in the city, it's so stagnant. It's so stagnant and it's so quiet. And it's like, I really feel like if I was somewhere else, I'll probably be more inspired to like, go super hard. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like, I think eventually I'm going to leave the city for sure and branch out.
Yeah, like no, like sometimes, like excuse me, a change of scenery really does like make everything like like not only is it just gonna make you feel better probably, but it's just it's a perspective thing. I've only like recent like I don't travel I don't get to travel all the time, but like the handful of times I've like been around, like I've been to California, I've been to Chicago, I've been out the country a handful of times in my life, and like it's just like it's wild to see just like how a change of scenery and like a change of culture and just like different kinds of people like will bring shit out of you that you didn't even know was there,
Right.
and I don't know I don't know if you watch the FX series The Bear, but I'm making my way through the whole thing right now,
Hmm.
and there's a bit in it where one of the characters gets flown out to Copenhagen in Denmark
Right.
for 4 weeks to go like work at a restaurant because he's like trying to work at this spot where they're in Chicago, funny enough, where they're about to the whole shit is like they're trying to renovate this old restaurant and turn it into like a high-end spot.
Okay.
So like they found enough bread on them to send bro out to Copenhagen to like learn high level cuisine or whatever.
Right.
And he's like on a boat and shit, and just like he's not doing much, but he's just like taking in the city and like meeting people and like learning food tips from other people. And it's just like even something as simple as that, like there's like there was another character who said he said some quote that really just fucking like blew my entire it just blew my entire top. I think I might have tweeted it. I gotta find it real quick. It was here it is. He said, at a certain level it becomes less about skill and more about being open to the world and yourself and to other people. And to me it's just like skill is important, but like having perspective and like absorbing shit from all around,
Yep.
it's one of those things that like I think about, but I've never like said or heard said in that way. And I was like, this nigga's talking right now. Like I literally got up off my couch and was like, he's talking. Like I was geeked off of it. But saying that reminded me of that. So yeah.
That's what the show's about. What's it called? The Bear?
It's called The Bear. So yeah, the show is about this spot in it's about this guy who inherits a restaurant from his brother, who committed suicide before the show starts.
Oh god damn.
Yeah, it's rough. And he's just trying to keep the restaurant afloat. And it's just like a whole thing about his family and like how his passion for cooking is the thing that keeps him
Oh,
going.
should I
But
tap
also,
into it? Because I see it. I seen it on my little streaming thing.
sorry, what
But
happened?
I seen the show like on my little streaming thing. Should I tap into the show? Is it good?
Oh, you should. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's worth it. Yeah,
I
nah,
need a new show to watch because that Griselda one isn't hitting for me.
you didn't like the Griselda show?
No, it's too nah.
I haven't even
Kinda boring.
started it yet.
You didn't
Okay.
start it? Okay.
Not yet, because you're the only person I've heard say that. So I'm taking that. I'm taking your word over the like I've like pretty much everybody else I've talked to has been like, oh, it's amazing, and I'm like, I want to start it, but you saying that you weren't really feeling it, like I
Mm-hmm.
tend to get into things. I tend to have an easier time getting into things when I hear like mixed things.
Right.
It's weird to say that, but like I like it when I like it's interesting to me when stuff kind of like challenges people and like not so much like splits public opinion, but or yeah, I guess to an extent, like when stuff splits public opinion, that's when I'm like, oh, I need to watch this.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is getting all these different reactions. Like I need to tap into this. So like you saying that you're not feeling it makes me a little more interested in actually seeing if I'd
The
like
first
it.
thing that threw me off is the actress. She looks nothing like her. Like that's the
Oh,
thing. That's the first thing I'm like, red flag. Because
right.
Griselda's little, she's short and round, no, like short.
I think so. I actually don't know what she looks like, so I can't say.
Yeah, Griselda. Yeah, Griselda Blanco. She's like short and chubby or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And they got Sophia. What's her name?
Vergara. Yeah.
Yeah. So from that, I was like, and then the acting is all right. Like it's slow. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I need to give it another chance. Maybe I need to have another go at it. We'll see.
I feel you. But the one thing I heard from the few people who were saying they weren't feeling it, there's no Griselda music in it. There's no Gun, there's no Conway, there's no Benny,
But
no
why would
Goldie,
they?
no Armani.
Why they gotta put themselves?
Nah, it's just I'm just
You're
playing.
just making a joke. Okay. I'm like,
I'm just playing. But nah, try out The Bear. It's on Hulu. It's an FX show. It's worth it. It's tight. It just won a bunch of Emmys and shit. It's fire. I like it.
Who's the leading role in it? What's the actor's name? Is there new actor?
Oh, sorry, what?
Is it a bunch of new actors or there's some like?
It's a handful of older people, but like the son's name who leads it is his name's Jeremy Allen White. You ever watched Shameless before?
No.
Okay, so Jeremy Allen, I'm trying to think of other shit that Jeremy Allen White's been in, but he's like he's in his like early 30s, so he's like relatively new, but like this is his like big breakout show. Like you can kind of tell this is his like big breakout show.
Okay.
But no, it's cool. We're we're like halfway through. We actually just finished the 6th episode before you and I hopped on, like 5 minutes before.
Don't worry.
But yeah, nah, but it's cool as hell. I like it a lot. It's definitely worth tapping into.
I'm gonna do that.
But I got 2 more questions for you before you wrap all this shit up.
Mm-hmm.
You were talking about statement pieces before, and it's interesting that you said that Chung Sui 2 was kind of your statement piece, because I also feel like See You When I See You that you dropped either just before or just after also feels like a statement piece to me, like from the album title to the songs. But we were also talking about the fact that, like, to an extent, everything's a statement piece. Like yes, like everything's a statement piece. But like, just because I'm curious, like what about that project? Like, yeah, just like talk to me about making See You When I See You, and if you had to pick something, like what about that project is like is there anything on that project that you feel shows a different side of you that you won't see on anything else?
Not necessarily. I was in like a different space at the time. Like I was fresh out of a relationship and stuff, so I had a lot of pent up, a lot of tension in me. So it was a lot of venting going on. A lot of venting, and I wouldn't necessarily call it an album. Like to me, it gives mixtape vibes.
Okay.
A lot of short songs, 2-minute songs, and not much. That. There's probably like 2 or 3 songs out of 13 with a hook.
Mm-hmm.
So like this was like my Super Mario to me. The style, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
So the process of making it, a lot of lit nights, a lot of drinking, smoking in the friggin' studio, and listening to Max B and getting inspired, and
the legend,
listening to everything really. But there's times when Raz Fresco came through, so like we had Toronto in the building too.
Shout out.
Like I was recording for Mike Shab's project, I did a couple verses for Raz Fresco. Raz, is it Raz Fresco? Yeah.
Yeah. Raz Fresco.
Yeah. Make sure I'm saying his name right. So, you know, everybody was just, it was like a, how you call it? You know that shit J. Cole did when he got
like the summit sessions.
Yeah, it was kind
Link
of
up.
like
I
it
know
felt
what you
like
mean.
that, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, it was I had a good time recording, putting that whole project together.
Yeah, no, I could tell. Like it you know, like now that you mention it, it does really sound like venting in a way. And like I guess that to me is why it kind of stuck out as like a statement piece, because it feels urgent, you know, like you know, like most of you know, like a lot of the most urgent projects I've ever heard are like mixtapes, basically, you know, like and you know, like it's also really dope to me that, you know, like you're the type of person who puts the distinction between a mixtape and an album, because those things are, you know, like those titles just get thrown around all the time, and like it is what it is, you know, like I'm not, there's never a time where I'm like, we don't make albums, or, you know, like it's not like that, but you know, like you create with intention, and that's always worth pointing out and bigging up, because like creating with intention, whether it's through venting or through wanting to, you know, like you said, it was exhausting, kind of like, you know, like you know, you put yourself in the music, and that's exhausting. You know, like you know, like you putting in that effort, like I feel that effort in all your music.
It's really not the creating it's not much of the creating process for real. It's everything after. It's everything after. You know what I'm saying? Because at this point, I'm not just making music. Like,
right.
This is kind of becoming my livelihood. So when I got with Mike Shab and Craven and shit, like I started learning about the business kind of in a way. Like I see people putting out music, but then I'm like, how do they make money? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's when they start explaining like streaming, like streams to me, and vinyls and merch and all this shit. But I still haven't figured that shit out either. Like I have no problem with creating music. It's really the business side of it.
Yeah.
That I'm trying to, you know, grasp onto, because yeah, that's the draining part. Because I'm putting my money into it, and I need to see something back from it. You know what I'm saying? With videos, because I have to do the videos and pay people to shoot them, edit them. Sometimes I gotta rent spots to shoot a video in. That's a lot. That's a couple hundred.
Yeah. Trust me, I get that. Like I'm doing the same shit with this podcast. I've been doing live events, and you know, like you got to like pay for rentals, you know, like if you do a ticketed event, like I'm trying to give money to artists at some point, you know, like it's like, you know, like there's a lot of stuff that, you know, like the business of it is what makes it very draining.
Right.
You know, like it's
the shit is hopefully I get a team. You know, I could build a team where I don't have to worry about that too much. Even though I still should educate myself on it, like, you know, just a little bit.
Totally. Yeah, no, you know, like it'll come. But you know, like the thing is, like, you know, like you have, you know, like you've built something that people are fucking with. You've built something that like, you know, like you know, like bigger names, and just like people fuck with your music. Like I fuck with your music. Like I know people like in real life who fuck with your music. So yeah, you know, so like there's like you've built something, and you're continuing to expand it out, and somebody like it's gonna happen. They're gonna come to you more likely than not.
Yeah.
Like it'll happen. But it's just really dope to see. It's just dope to see you doing your thing. I don't know. Like I'm just fucking with it. It's great.
Thank you, Dylan.
No, of course, my pleasure. And to formally wrap this up, I almost feel like an asshole asking this. Chung, if your life was a movie, what would it be about?
My life was a movie, what would it be about?
Yeah.
Oh shoot. It would be about a freaking struggle artist. An artist trying to fucking make it out this fucking rabbit hole, this hood, this small ass city. What would it be about for real? It would probably be about that shit. That's my life right now.
Hey, you know, man, truth is stranger and harder than fiction.
Right?
You
Be
know,
a little like hustle and flow type shit.
hey, type shit, man. See, I haven't I actually just rewatched Hustle and Flow for the first time in like a decade. Like it was a while ago, but like it was like it was like recently enough that I remember like how it felt to watch it again, and I was just like I remember when 3-6 won the Oscar for It's Hard Out Here for a Pimp, and like how excited I was.
Those people paid him $3 for that movie.
Like that shit
not
is
literally,
fucking,
but you know what I mean. Like
yeah, but that shit is crazy, right?
yeah, they robbed
Like,
the poor guy.
You're talking about Terrence Howard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, because he did an interview recently where he was like, "Oh, I think it was basically $3. Like, I think they paid him like, I think
it was like 3,000 or some shit. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, nah, it was like a one-time payment, and he gets no royalties. You know how many people? You know how many people have seen that? Like, just that
crazy.
movie. That movie's like
it's a classic.
It's a classic. It's
it
crazy,
made it to
bro.
theaters. Like,
yeah,
for crying out loud.
It made it to theaters. I cannot emphasize. Like, I remember exactly where I was when I saw Juicy J and Project Pat go on stage in that fucking Green Skull t-shirt and accept their Oscar. That's one of my favorite moments in rap. And like we're talking about rap and movies. That's one of my favorite rap and movie moments ever. Like, I think about that shit all the time. I love it. Like, that speech was everything to me. Like, fucking Project Pat like shouted out George Clooney. He's like, shout out George Clooney. He was the GOAT since I met him. And I was like, what? Like, you know George Clooney? Like, you know, just
for sure. Rappers love movies.
Yeah, shit is. Yeah, it's everything to me. But even though you're not huge on movies, I appreciate you taking the time to come on here and talk to me.
I switched up the whole thing. My bad, yo.
You're all good.
Came and took over the shit.
You're all good. You know,
I had a good time though.
No, I'm happy to hear that. It's not even about that. Like, these are all just these are conversations to me, and they just go in whatever direction they go in, you know, like,
right.
and yeah, like I had a good time. I'm happy to hear you had a good time. Like, I'm happy to know.
Thanks for having me.
Nah, of course.
Even though I was like feeling shitty.
Nah, me too. You know, we're both feeling shitty right now, and you know,
right?
we
only I would choose a Sunday to do this shit. Like, freaking do.
Next time, if we do another one, we'll make sure to do it at a time when we're not sick and not hungover. We'll be all right.
Right, and hopefully I have something to promote the album.
Totally, man. But either way, like, thank you so much for being here. It means a lot.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening. Shout out to y'all for making it this far. And shout out to all the Black people listening too, because y'all really impeccable. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell a friend to come through next time. 1.